And we're live.
Hello and welcome back to the Red Silks channel. We are very, very happy to be back with you. It's been far too long. I've managed to hurt my shoulder. Uh, Several of us have new jobs. It's been, about 6 months or so since we were last on. But yeah, things are going okay. We're glad to be back. It is, in theory, the finale of the Red Silks altogether. For this season. I think we're going to go to Becky for the socials, and then I'll do the shout outs.
Okay. Hello, guys. Welcome back to our stream. It has been quite a while. Just a quick reminder to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, if I remember correctly. Also, drop us a follow on YouTube if you're over that way. And do please check out our website to check out some of the art that our lovely artists have been doing. We do have a potential, well, not a potential, but a new campaign starting where we'll all be new characters, where Francisco we'll be taking back up the reins of DMing. So we've got some new characters coming. Look out for some of the art that I'm sure Jade and Michael will also do of their stuff. And that's everything from me for today. Easy, do you have anything to say?
Well, not that much, but if you have, I didn't talk with anyone about it, but if who's watching has some idea of some content that they would like to see related to what we do here, or something in the range of what we might be able to do, just leave us a message or contact us through socials, like Becky said, and we'll try to make it happen. And well, that's all for my part. Back to you, John.
Fab. So for shout outs, big shout outs to Fraser and Rob over at Starforger. You'll notice their music is in our intro screen, big kind of sweeping, anthemic, epic songs. Their Bandcamp is starforger.bandcamp.com. Go check them out if you get a minute. I don't think there are any shout outs DM wise stuff today. I think in theory,
Oh no, he froze.
From it's drmap20 on patreon.com. So drmap20 has done the map for today's ball. And yeah, I think we're just going to get straight on to the recap then. Because it's been quite a while, I'm going to do quite a heavy recap, so bear with me. The Red Silks were originally recruited by the Pennington family, who are a royal family in northern Valarya, to assist them in a civil war against the Rochester family of eastern Valarya, which is to the south and west of northern Valarya, but that's because the western portion of Valarya has been taken over by hobgoblins. They travelled down, they had a couple of tangles on the road, got themselves to the city of Greybourne, where they met the Pennington royal family and were charged with various missions. They set out across the lake, they were attacked by some demons, managed to vanquish them, landed on the far shore and travelled to the Maple Fort, where they assassinated the general. They decided at that point to leave the member of the royal family, Rob Rochester, alone, and then made their way across the village of Pensfork, where they found that most of the dwarven population had been brutally massacred, destroying some demons in the village, in the woods to the east of Pensfork. They then came back in time to find themselves having to fend off 4 units from the Rochester army, and then decided to start making their way south, having successfully done so. Becky's character Karis sent off a ghoul to locate the rest of the army that had been at the Maple Fort, and found that it had more or less arrived at their doorstep. They did so, and then... Oh, hang on, Norcan, I think I'm getting feedback from your line. Yeah. Is that... Let's test that. Is that done? I think that's gone. Cheers, mate. Thanks. They escaped from the village of Pensfork, found that they were being tailed by quite a large portion of the Rochester army, and from there they... Are you off to bed? Is mommy okay with that? If she is, yes. But otherwise, it's bedtime. Okay. So they escaped from the Rochester army, which was following them south to Garrett's Tumuli, by one of the members of the party, Norcan, calling on a mysterious patron called Arnulfo, who I believe Norcan's exact words were, I want all of our enemies within 6 miles to drop dead. And as that happened, the 6 purple worms surrounding the party fell to the ground, as did the Rochester army, along with Robert Rochester, the heir to the Rochester throne. The party travelled south to Garrett's Tumuli, where Chipok the Savage slew the giant chieftain Mofor in single combat, therefore becoming chief of the hill giant tribe at Garrett's Tumuli. And then the party travelled west through the forest of Argon. They came into contact with Zoglanoth, Reaver of the Righteous, a very highly powered demon lord, proceeded to turn him into a turtle and drop him from a great height, therefore completely neutralizing an incredibly dangerous character. As they made their way west towards the city, they were attacked by a group of rocks. They got themselves past that into the city. They had taken one invitation from the Maple Fort, where they'd assassinated the commander, and then had a number of others forged, put themselves in some glad rags, and got themselves to a point where they could get into the Rochester Keep for tonight's celebrations. There is a ball going on in the Rochester Keep, and I believe where we left off was Knight Commander Gwendolyn Farlight of the Rochester army had agreed to escort the Red Silks inside on the condition that they behave themselves. We don't know if we believe them, but that's the promise they made. So, you all find yourself standing in the antechamber of the keep. The stone walls rise high above your heads. Looking around, you see bronze sconces mounted in the walls with carefully trimmed candles illuminating the entire space. The door before you is ironwood, wrought with almost delicate steelwork in a cause creeping vines across the face of the door. Either side of the door, you see a heavily armored guard in plate armor stood at attention. And next to them, a small man, perhaps 5 foot tall. I'll pop him up on your screens. Bear with me. Here we are. Show to players. He's dressed in a royal blue. Is that shown to you all?
Mm-hmm.
Easy, do you want to change the layout to the map layout? This is Precept Oliver Landwin. He's a rock gnome. He's maybe about 3.5 feet tall, dressed in a very royal blue color, sharp, piercing eyes, quite a large nose and ears, and one of those sneers of somebody who has spent quite a lot of his life in bureaucracy. In front of him is a scroll of parchment. He eyes the party quite carefully. And who do we have here?
Oh, heck. I've got no idea what my name is now.
I just kind of like look at Easy and kind of like usher him, like elbow him forward, like go do it.
Hello. How are you?
Good evening. I am well, thank you. Shall be even better if I see some form of documentation.
He showed our
He-
documents. Who are you?
My name is Precept Lanwin. I am one of the officials of the Rochester Court. I take care of administration and the boring jobs that the royal family do not wish to attend to. There is myself and another, Precept Isazuni Burford. He will be inside by now, I expect.
Sorry, I was trying to adjust this thing.
Out of character, do you guys remember the names you gave?
I gave
Absolutely not.
Lady Jaded.
I
Of Lady Jaded, Lord William Wallace, I believe, was Chipok.
Oh, is that mine? Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Sir Kobe Copper was
I
you,
think
Douglas.
I think I was just assigned Dame Nightbrook, if I'm being clear.
I think you called yourself Vanessa Nightbrook rather than Valkyrie Nightbrook.
Vanessa.
And then Norcan. You gave your full name, didn't you? Because you'd given your name to
Yeah.
guards on the wall.
Yeah, so I'm the
And Norcan Feanor, all of Dontor, I see.
yes.
Tell me, have you travelled in the north?
Well, we travel everywhere, so I'm not sure. North, south, east, west, northeast, northwest, all over the place. Depends on where you're coming from and heading to.
Is this not Lady Jaded and Dame Nightbrook who were responsible for the destruction of Bakor?
Come again, for Big Fudge? Who's that Barkor? Bark?
Bakor the Red Dragon, terror of the Iron Peak, embodiment of pure fire.
They might have killed some snakes.
Never met him. Never heard. Sounds like a stupid name.
Barkor? Nah, don't think so. Hey, William
Come
Wallace.
now, your modesty belies you. This story has flung itself from tavern to tavern, all the way from here to Clan Guntler. You are quite famous.
I'm gonna turn to Karis. I'm gonna elbow her. Who's this chump?
Okay, I know how to do my accent. Okay, so I'm just gonna totally butcher this. I know I can't. It's gone, completely gone. I'm just gonna kind of like stumble forward, and be like, and I think you're mistaking us for some of our grand adventurers. Look at us. I've heard that story before. There's a a very big guy with them. There's no, the only big guy is not my friend over here. That's very fluffy. Please, can we go into the party? Please.
He takes roll deception.
Oh no!
Go cat.
Becky?
There's so many cats out there. Hello.
I wanted to roll deception. It's easy for me.
A
Okay,
dirty
good.
20.
It's good. Wait, why is it
As you wish. I shall, of course, announce you. Are there any other titles that I should need to be aware of? I wouldn't want to do the misservice of pronouncing you at a station lower than your standing deserves.
I think you're fine. You don't even have to announce us. We're not as special as the rest of them.
Oh, forgive me, Lady Jaded. Courtly etiquette dictates that I announce each guest upon arrival.
Are you going to individually announce us all? Because that is some work, and you don't have to do
Holds
that.
up a hand to quiet you and turns to the heralds at the gate.
Okay.
You hear a crescendo of trumpet music, and his quiet, soft-spoken voice that's almost creepy erupts into a very official-sounding voice that does not fit his character at all. Hear ye, announcing the Lady Jaded of Dontor, accompanied by Lord Norcan Faenor of Dontor, Dame Vanessa Knightbrook, Lord William Wallace, and Sir Kobe Copper. And
That's
with
Laird.
that,
Laird Wallace.
Laird Wallace. Not in these parts, I apologise. And with that, there is a second crash of thundering trumpets. Ba, 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 announcing your arrival into the Great Hall, which you should be able to see.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
You pass into the Great Hall and quickly find yourself paired off into a dance. If you locate your characters, you will find
I see.
your dance partners.
He's a very
I
handsome
have
fella.
just noticed. I just noticed you actually ended up in the wrong place. Hang on
Oh.
1 second. I don't know why. There we go. You are with the. I will reveal each of these characters to you. Chipok, you from the McCrae family. You are with the Viscountess Araceli McCrae Seaton, who you should be able to see now.
All right, that's good. I can write that down then.
Has that popped up for you? Here we go.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
So you're with the Viscountess. Douglas, you, Brawnwood.
Oh, where's my pen? Ay, ay, ay.
Oh, is she miscellaneous? There we go. You are with Countess Elaine Brawnwood of the Argon Forest.
All right.
All
Okay.
right.
Lady Jaded, as befits your station, you. Where is he? There we go. You are with Baron Arturo Palmer McCrae.
Cool.
Okay. Dame Vanessa Knightbrook, Jade, you are with Sir Joseph Sarabia McRae. There we go.
Hey, what a fella.
Okay, and have I missed anybody?
Me, show me the goods.
Norcan. Yes. Oh, yes, Norcan.
Be the goods.
At the risk of putting some serious attention on you, where is it? You are with Crown Princess Dirisu Rothchester.
Okay, so the DM wants a TPK.
I mean, I'd go there. I don't know about Karis.
Oh,
Oh, God.
Oh, God.
Okay. Let me see the goods. Yeah. Why does she look a little bit? Does she have red eyes or something?
Let me just double check. No, I don't think so.
Never had a vampire, so it would be a first.
Don't know where you got the vampire idea from. No, she doesn't have red eyes. Just double check the art. But
Red
no, she
eyes.
doesn't. Right. As you enter, the Knight Commander Gwendolyn Farlight reminds you that you have to be very careful about introducing yourself to somebody above your station. So if you want to be introduced to a rank above, you do well to speak to somebody of the next rank to kind of to work your way up the ladder, so to speak. Okay. So who would like to start off interacting with their dance partner?
I'm just going to see where a Viscount is on the tier. Viscount. Above a Baron, below an Earl. That does not help me. Viscount is 4.
Okay. So would you like the list of where people are? So you've got the king and queen are at the top. Then dukes, if you have them. We don't have dukes in this royal family. They're princes or princesses, generally speaking. Then marquises are the next. Then earls or counts, alternatively. Then viscount, then barons. Okay, then you've got sir down at the bottom.
Where is Lord in that fucking pile of names? Right, a Viscount. No. That's European, right? That doesn't help me.
So, lord is a bit of a general term. It depends on why you are lord. So, you described yourself as Lord William Wallace.
Mm-hmm.
How large is the castle you're claiming to have?
Oh, fucking huge. Never seen a castle so big.
Okay. Let's with you then, Michael. I'd like you to describe your castle to Viscountess Araceli McRae. Let's see if you can impress her.
Oh, Christ, you want to see the size of this thing hen? Right, somebody describe Edinburgh Castle for me. So it's a massive thing on the end of the top of a extinct volcano. Big beast of a thing.
I see.
Big beast of a thing. We had to tame the volcano first. Just battled
Tell
it
me-
down with a big hammer.
You slew the volcano with a hammer.
Yes, indeed. It was a very big hammer. Very big.
A weapon like this must have some kind of name.
Oh, I don't
Um,
remember its name. It was
Hold
among
that
many.
thought 1 second, Michael.
hammers.
Sorry.
Yes.
Can we try something? Norcan, easy. Would you try muting your mic for a second? Just see if that nails the feedback. Yes, I think it has. I'm not quite sure. Are your earphones definitely plugged in? Is it going through your speakers?
Yeah, I don't have external sound.
Okay, maybe it's an OBS. Maybe it's an OBS thing. I don't know. Sorry, Michael, you were saying.
Oh, I can't remember. Oh, yes. Oh, it was just one amongst many a hammer. So I've got a big room in the castle, and the big castle filled with mighty hammers.
And sorry, did this hammer have a name? The hammer that
no,
you slew the
I can't,
volcano with?
I can't remember. I've got so many big old hammers. I can't remember.
Well, perhaps you should name this particular hammer. It does sound quite impressive. Tell me of the land you're from.
Oh, it's bleak. It's awful bleak. Dreich and dour. But beautiful in its own way. Maybe I'll take you there one day if you'd like to visit.
I would, and would my husband be welcome to join us?
I suppose so. He might regret coming though when he sees my handsomeness.
Roll a charisma check.
Oh, fuck. Can I put my charisma up just for this check? Right, is that the top bit I click?
The big square box that says charisma over on the left-hand side.
At the top, yeah.
Not sure how far down it is.
Right, I'll click this, and if it's right, it's right. If it's wrong, it's wrong.
That's a charisma
a
save.
save.
So
Right,
further
okay.
left and probably a little bit further down.
Oh, there we go. There. Yeah. Right, what did I click on it? There we go. Same thing.
A 13. She is impressed, but not entirely certain you're telling her the whole truth, shall we say. She thinks this is some kind of pattern.
Guys, just pause for a bit. Let's try again. No. Yeah. Just keep at it. Keep at it. I'll try to fix it.
Like every now and then, like smile at him, but just like look away as if I'm just not interested.
You'll forgive me, Lady Karis. This is the first time I have.
I don't think.
Sorry, Lady Jaded DM mistake.
told
Sorry.
you.
Forgive me, Lady Jaded. This is the first time I have danced with a tabaxi such as yourself from Was it Dontor you said you came from?
I never said I was from anywhere.
Sorry, I should say Dontor that the Herald announced might have been a better way of putting that. Was it
Again,
Dontor the Herald announced?
yeah, but you know what these heralds are like. They don't know what they're talking about.
Well, then
Hey.
please, tell me of yourself. What is your story?
Are you of my station? I'm afraid I don't think you are. To spill a lady's secrets. Oh, where is the mystery if I tell you everything?
Forgive me. Perhaps you could tell me your more formal title that I might know my place.
Lady will suffice for now, I suppose.
Then you will forgive me if our conversation continues.
I'm just going to look the other way, pretend I don't hear him.
Would you like for me to move along to another member of the party?
She's just not going to converse with him. She's on her best behavior.
Ah.
Don't excuse. I am not rude, but my voice is very tired. Those activities I was doing and makes the throat sore, if you get what I mean. And then just
Exactly have you been doing?
I'm very curious.
She's on her best behavior, but she's gonna still try and
Sounds like she's been in the best behaviour, I've got to be honest.
I'm just starting to worry if Lady Jaded is in fact some kind of Wallace Simpson character.
She's just gonna like
knowing caught for certain talents.
Just like I'm afraid if you're getting bored, you'll have to speak to one of at you, looks you up and down like ugh, and then just
I
looks
don't
away.
know, I've never experienced that.
I do it a lot, okay? But yeah, she's just gonna look him up and down and be like, and just like look away.
Be careful with this. You're going to give me PTSD from my uni days.
I'm so sorry.
Ouch.
If I start twitching, you know why. Sorry. Not quite knowing what to make from you, the Baron continues with the dance as in a standoffish manner as he can muster.
And then she's gonna, every now and then she's gonna pull his hand further up her back, like, "Excuse me," and just hike his hand up.
This is particularly awkward in that he is also a married man and his hand has not lowered at all this entire time. So actually what's happening is it's moving further and further up. And by this point, it's kind of somewhere up, like balanced on your shoulder, like kind of like just fingertips only, very awkwardly in the air because you keep moving it up.
I'm disgusted by touch. I'm sorry. This was not the best thing for me to do, was dance, but you know, you haven't partaken in things like this with a, what was it that you said, a tabaxi like me. And then like just flicks her hair like really sassily because she's again a little bit annoyed that he was kind of like, I've never done this before, and she's like, oh, I'm not a fucking abomination. And she could, every now and then,
are quite an exotic race, yes?
yes, but she's gonna like try and catch eyes with like either like Douglas, Chipok, or Norkin to try and swap partners because she's really just not enjoying herself right now. Obviously failing because they're still dancing around doing other things.
Of course. We're going to go to Douglas now. Douglas, you're dancing with Countess Elaine Braunwood of the Argon Forest.
Nice to meet you. Countess Wellen Branwood. Yes.
Charm, Sir Copper, was it?
Yes, that is my name.
Tell me, Sir Copper, what brings you to Smoothstar?
Well, I was a petty lord back in my day before the invasion. Not this. Well, the little guys. No, they're not little, but the goblins, right? I had a little bit of land.
The hobgoblins of Valarya, do you mean?
Yes. Those little if you don't mind the
Ah,
fuckers. Yeah.
oh,
And he smiles.
please, if I might remind you that it is not courtly behaviour to swear in front of a lady. I appreciate you may have spent some time in exile following your trials with the hobgoblins, but I must remind you it does not do to swear in front of a lady.
Aye, that is true. I'm a bit of distracted. I'm sorry. How goes Countess business? Yeah.
The Argon Forest, quite well. There have been reports of some darker characters creeping through the woods, waylaying supply trains and attacking the common folk, but these things happen in a time of war. Have you passed that way?
Well, let's see. Where's the north, east? I'm a bit.
The Argon Forest is to the east of you. The party passed through it. You were not in the party when they fought Zoglonoth, Reaver of the Righteous. You had been dispatched to Bitterhaven and then recalled before you got there.
Yeah.
So you spent some time away from the party at that point. But your comrades have actually taken out the threat that she's referring to, and you would know that.
Okay.
You would know that they'd killed the demon lord.
Okay. Oh, yeah. I've been there once or twice, maybe in my childhood, but not. I've passed through. Yes. Didn't stay there.
Tell me of your impression of my homeland. What did you think?
Can you give me just a small description of what?
So it's a forest. Most of the ground underfoot is very swampy. Its principal export is hardwoods because the trees in the forest are very slow growing, and there's also peat cutting as well. So it's hardwood and peat for fuel.
Okay. Well, it was nice. If you not to be rude, I've seen better places, but I do have to say it has its charms. I do quite like to enjoy some mud baths from time to time, and I think it's a beautiful land with its own characteristics, of course, with the bog and all that. But
You are quite diplomatic, sir. If I might say so, my land is a shithole. A coin of phrase you
Language.
might use.
I'll I'll put my hand on my chest in a posh-ish way, and I thought we were not supposed to use words like that, Countess. But well, I do not like to talk bad about.
He takes your hand in hers and holds it up towards the candlelight and rotates it, looking carefully across the muscles and creases in your hand. Come now, Sir Copper. These are hands that have seen battle. I know that you are not truly offended by coarse language, and that's why you were swearing in front of me earlier.
I've had my fair share of battles. Not the best, you know. prefer myself bow, but I hobgoblins, goblins, that sort of thing.
Would you tell me of them?
Oh yes, I quite know a lot about them actually. I quite enjoyed and his voice kind of shifts a bit from his trying attempt of a different voice. And they are quite the creatures. Yeah. Um fearless, but and he gets back to his voice. They're simple to kill, I'd say. Couple of traps. Uh, the goblins are easier. The hobgoblins, they know their military strength, but uh, I'd say I'd like to see more heads of them in pikes than seeing them roaming around. Uh, that might be a bit too harsh, but that's what I think.
And what is your greatest victory over them? Anything
Oh
that I
well,
might have heard of?
not that you've heard of, no, but they have heard someone from my family. Yeah, I got back to them. I was what age? I don't remember. I was quite young. I ended up chasing them, but I mean, for a young lad, I think it was a victory. They kind of left me alone, I'd say. But there's this one time where I saw several of them on horseback, riding the steps around the area where I was, and well, with the bow, I hunted them down for some days. They kept eluding me, but I managed to kill them.
I see. It occurs to me that we could use a man of such prodigious talent on the front lines. Perhaps I could introduce you to one of the commanders on the front.
Oh well, I have to say my days of battling are a bit to the past. I would like to buy some land and get into trade. And he smiles.
Bear with me 1 minute.
No problem. Oh boy.
You are 40 at most. Surely your days of battle are not behind you altogether.
You see, I'd like to settle. Uh, family, seen a lot of people getting killed and not a lot of people thinking of a word, spreading their seeds and planting new forests. And he kind
I
of does like finger guns looking at the countess because she lives in a forest. You get the analogy, right?
I do. Uh, well, it is a pity that I cannot convince you to assist us in the war, but perhaps I could introduce you to the Ulwins of Cairn Mirren. They trade quite heavily and they would potentially be fruitful trade partners.
Well, that's good to hear. I thank you. That would be great for me.
Okay. We're going to leave that thought there for the moment and we're going to go over to Jade. Dame Vanessa Knightbrook is currently dancing with Sir Joseph Sarabia. How would you like to start the conversation?
Very awkwardly, try not to do eye contact. And
I-
letting him do the first words,
I must say, Lady Nightbrook, you look simply stunning in that dress tonight. This fabric is wonderful. Please tell me, who is your tailor? Your dressmaker.
Who was the dressmaker? I don't remember.
Let's test the path.
Oh, the nooch.
Who? What's
How
his
could
name?
we forget that?
The
nooch.
new.
Oh, no.
Noochie.
Okay. Well,
Yes.
it was this blind. He was blind, wasn't he?
Yes, he was.
Okay. I don't want to talk on my ass in this situation, you know.
Oh, go for it. That makes it even more fun.
She's not charismatic.
Yeah.
Yes, we can. Still getting feedback though.
Woof. Still like a bit in eye contact most of the time, and like a slight blush. It's just like, some small blind fellow help me out with it. I thought I'd dress to impress tonight, per se.
Well, you have most definitely succeeded, if you don't mind me saying, my lady.
Why, thank you. As she gives a little kind of smile, but not a smile.
And tell me, have you travelled far this evening?
I always travel very far, unfortunately.
You are, as one might say, a wanderer.
Yes, you can put it that way. Ben, what the hell
If-
have you got? Sorry, my dog has got something random. My apologies.
Oh,
no, my dog.
question for the character then for a moment.
No.
What the hell have you got?
His name's now Ben. Don't worry, I know what it is. I was just a bit shocked.
No worries. That's thrown me a little bit now. I forgot what I was going to ask next.
You're talking about travelling, having
Yeah, she's
travelled.
a traveller.
Yes. She's if I might be so bold, is it simply that you have never found a place worthy of your beauty?
I mean, my husband appreciates my looks, I suppose. But
He looks a little bit crestfallen at that.
I know. Just wait. It's like, but you see, there's a slight thing in the way of marital things, as she no longer smiles.
I'm not sure I understand. Please elaborate.
Well, you may not be aware of what's happening to, where my folk originate from, but tragedy is striking. Families are being torn apart, and unfortunately, mine is collateral. So, forgive my non-charismatic tone.
I am truly saddened to hear of the plight of your people, and forgive me if I've been a little superficial this evening. Is there any way we might assist?
Well, for the time being, I'm currently trying to locate my husband. They're in not so well shape, but they seem to have found some cover, I suppose. I just want to enjoy tonight, if you don't mind assisting me that way.
Of course, my lady. And he spins you out in a very sweeping gesture and kind of then allows you to kind of almost wind back into him. Just roll a dex check to see how gracefully you manage this.
She's a tall person as well, mind.
Yep.
She's not very graceful. Let's see how elegant she is. Come on, Valkyrie.
Oh dear. You
wow.
stumble and bump into Lord Rolf Anu, who is next to you.
Oh.
And I'm just going to show you Rolf Anu. We'll see if this jogs any memories.
Oh, bugger. If you say that, then he's not the one in the carriage.
Is he the one that I spied on?
Oh, bugger. He
And I
was the
fell
one
over at their face.
I may have fucked up. My apologies. Stealth mission? What? Firestorm? What? What?
Forgive me, my lady. I didn't see you there. Lord Anu, pleasure to make your acquaintance.
She'll kind of like try and like wobble her way up, like no, this is natural. It's fine. Vanessa, Nightbrook, I'm so sorry. I'm just, and she'll try and cling to the dance partner.
Tell me, my dear, you look awfully familiar. Have our paths crossed before?
Paths crossed. I mean, I meet a lot of people. My apologies.
Of course, and I too travel quite widely. I've even been as, dare I say, into northern Valaria in my time. I trust this young gentleman is taking good care of you.
Yes, he's doing an excellent job right now, considering things.
I don't follow.
It's fine. It's quite all right. It's just trouble in the south and family. I just want to enjoy tonight. That's all I ask.
Of course. Perhaps I could arrange a drink for the two of you. And you see him snap his fingers in the air, at which point a very smartly dressed waiter, pristine royal blue jacket with gold threadwork detail and a silver-coloured cravat, appears with a tray in gold plate laden with goblets, and presents yourself and Sir Joseph Sarabia a goblet of drink.
Vanessa, well, bow her head is a very very graceful thing, and just I greatly appreciate your gesture.
Well then, a toast, and he takes two of the glasses, hands one to yourself, hands the other to Joseph, and takes the third. A toast to the victory of Eastern Valaria. And he holds his glass out to you.
The way you're smiling is making me brick myself. But yeah, we'll have to go along with it, won't we? So she'll raise it up.
The glasses chink against each other, almost ominously. The sound rings through the air. He takes a deep drink and smiles broadly.
I don't appreciate his smile.
Norcan, how's your conversation going?
Probably really bad because I'm trying to fix the sound thing. Still having issues with this. I don't know what the heck is going on. Well, let's do this.
Well, while you fix that, then I'll just give a quick description of the Crown Princess. Rochester's. Here we are. So the Crown Princess, Derisu Rochester, is a quite stunning beauty. Her red auburn hair falls in a wavy cascade across her shoulders to about the small of her back. Her dress is a deep purple off the shoulder, and again sweeps dramatically to the floor. You also notice some decorative armor shoulder pads, which is perhaps a touch unusual for a ball, but she carries them with an assured grace despite their weight. She has a number of chains that cascade from her shoulder down her side. And at her hip, there are a number of small pouches and trinkets. What would you? How would you like to address the princess?
Oh God. Let me think. Trying to. I'm gonna go towards her, like with no introduction and all, and I'll say to her, "Care for a dance, lady? My lady?"
Of course, I would be most delighted. And you are?
Forgive me, Norcan Fëanor. Pleasure to meet you. To make your acquaintance. Let's go with the flourish.
And tell me, Lord Fëanor, from where do you travel to our humble lands?
Well, we come from Dontor, but but we're traveling all over the land, making some shows and trying to entertain people.
You are a musician, a performer?
Of sorts, sometimes. It depends on what's needed.
Tell me more, good sir.
I think the sound is okay now. I think. Let me know.
Yes, it does seem to be improving. There's a little bit of feedback, but not as much as before. Tell me more, good sir.
Well, we came from the east. There was some trouble there, and we had to move quickly. Some villages had nice people, and well, people on the east aren't that polite. It was hard to gather a crowd, and as we come closer to this city, people were warmer and kinder to us. Even though we don't know why we were using our colors of our group, and people looked rather annoyed, you'd say. And it's just the colors from the team, the Yugo Spirit team.
I see. Do you mean that you were wearing red when you arrived at the city?
It was more like a brick color. But like, I don't know. Maybe the guards didn't had good vision. Brick color, like clay color, that type. And all red. Do you have some problems
see.
with red people?
You will appreciate, sir, that we are at war.
Well, we on the business of entertaining, we don't care much about that. We see past those things.
You see past war to victory?
Well,
To peace.
we're not fighting. We're just trying to provide the best that we can do in our profession, like you with yours. And you do what you do, and we do what we do.
My father would tell you that a crown princess does very little indeed.
Well,
I disagree.
we all have our strengths and weaknesses. And
what would your strengths be, good sir?
oh God. Bear with me. Well, I'd say I'm a good friend. I look after my own. I'd say that's my strong point.
And your own, who might they be? Are they with you this evening?
Oh, yes, they are. And I'll point to all of them.
You mean the cat lady? I'd say dancing with Baron Arturo, but he looks as though he's barely touching her.
She's
Yeah.
going.
The cat, the cow, the big lady, and the guy with the...
I haven't moved past the cat yet. It looks as though every fur on her body is standing on end. And I think her claws are scraping along the floor.
Well, it's her thing.
I see. It's a good job that she is dancing on one of the flagstoned areas of the hall as opposed to the carpeted area.
Well, don't worry if she ruins something, we'll pay for it. I'll pay for it. Don't worry.
I suppose if she ruins something, we can always put her outside.
No, don't do that. She's a good cat. Lady.
You're out of earshot for this. You don't get to growl at it. And the cow.
Yes. Lord
He
William
does seem
Wallace.
to be He does seem to be charming, the Vicomtesse. Tell me, does he wear anything under that skirt?
Well, as a matter of fact, no.
Oh my!
So
I had hoped that was a dagger swinging at the bottom of his skirt. I'm now somewhat more concerned.
I hope it's not a dagger. Or else he would
That
be
is true. We are at a dance.
he would
I'm
be-
not sure which is. I'm not sure which is less polite. To display either weapon.
I think
Well-
I've got a dagger. My skiing do.
Oh yeah, I think
And that fellow, well, he appears to have shaved with a piece of glass.
well, as a matter of fact, he has issues. You know, I think he's always talking with his dog. He's not a very friendly guy. I don't know. I think when he was little, his parents, I don't know, he fell from his crib and he hit with it.
They dropped him on his head.
Yeah, I think so. Or he jumped, I don't know.
I see. And tell me, this must be somewhat awkward having both a dog and a cat folk in the party.
Nah, they have a good relationship. She says go and he goes. Or else he gets killed. So it's a trade-off.
Sounds somewhat coercive, but moving on. And if it was anybody else, I would be struggling to see your final friend, but she is rather tall. She is Furbolg, is she not?
Yes, Big Mama, as we call her.
she is your mother. You do not seem part Furbolg.
No, she's a mother and she's big, so Big Mama.
I see. She's mother to someone else.
Yes, to 2 children.
2 children.
Am I right, Jade?
I see.
Yeah.
2? Yeah, okay.
Mm.
Just trying not to.
Bear with me. I'm just checking how many kids the Crown Princess has because I think she has kids as well.
So mommy.
Is she married?
I think so. Just bear
Okay.
with me.
Let's see if the prince shows up.
Are her kids alive? Can I flex on her with that?
Oh, that's a bit harsh. There we go. So that's the family. Yes. So, the Crown Princess is around about, probably just about in her late 30s. I have 3 children. There's Riel Kaski, Racio, and my dear boy, Robert.
A normal named one.
Yeah.
Yes, Rob Rothchester. Perhaps you've met him.
Question:
Really
isn't
killed
that... No, he's dead. He's the dead guy. Arnulfo. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that to her if I were you.
Oh, you have 3 children.
So you're dancing with the mother of the boy that you had your patron murder.
Nice to know.
She said,
So-
3 children. 3 children. You said.
Are you sure? Well,
Wow.
back to different.
Hear the TPK bell.
Oh, how old are
I
they?
did say. Now you're asking. Bear with me.
I mean, technically, we didn't kill them. Technically.
Exactly. Technically, we did.
Racio is 9. Riel Kaski is 8, and Robert is 16. He is a man grown.
He
Was.
Wow. Oh,
She doesn't know that.
well, and how
It'd be a
about
real
your...
shame if something happened to them.
And where's the man of the house, the father?
Also dead.
My husband, Mark Rothchester, he is here. He is. I'm just looking at the map. He is the Crown Prince Consort. He is here.
Okay. So who's next? Who's closer? No one. Okay. So, oh, he's right over there. That's good to
Yeah.
know.
Did I show you the crown? I did show you the Crown Princess, didn't I? As she has pointed him out, I will show to players the Crown Prince Consort Mark Paul Rothchester.
Damn.
Very
Hey,
dashing chap.
Who's Playboy there?
Yep.
You've been out played.
Yeah.
I want to pour
You've
more
gotta
into
be-
a turtle.
Do you actually do that?
No, not now.
Okay.
I don't want to die.
I don't want you guys to die. Behave.
I am.
Yeah, we're behaving. for now.
Okay.
Um,
Uh,
do I want to? I want to know if I'm causing a good impression on her.
roll insight. And also roll charisma as well.
Pure charisma.
Yep. Straight charisma check. You are fairly certain that she's not falling at your feet, but she seems quite amicable.
I would like to ask her. Do you know if the commander is seeing someone?
Which commander might that be?
Oh, she has a strange name. I can't remember. Didn't take notes.
Gwendolyn Firelight, are you referring
Yeah.
to?
The half fork, right?
Not to my knowledge, but she is something of a private lady. She very dedicated to the job.
Do you think you could put in a good word for me? Just to. I'm asking favors from the princess. Oh god.
Could you hook me up?
Could you help me up?
I mean, it is within my power to marry her off to an appropriate suitor. That does not mean that that is what she would wish for.
No, I don't want you to force her to anything.
I wasn't going to.
I wasn't implying to. But try to put in a good word for me. See how she reacts, and then could you tell me, please?
Tell me, Lord Norcan, where are you planning on travelling on to?
Life is hard on the road. I was trying to find a place to settle in, and if I find the appropriate partner, I would be willing to put aside that life and marry, have children, and perhaps, who knows?
And where do you wish to settle down?
Well, this area looks good. A little bit more to the west, probably.
Closer to the hobgoblins.
Not that close.
Very well. There is some good farming land around Zakest's Academy.
That seems good.
It
Maybe
would be suitable. After all, the Knight Commander would continue to have duties in the city.
Well, but it would be more of a desk job.
She looks slightly confused by the term desk job.
Sitting at the desk. I don't want her in the front lines, fighting off the bad guys.
I see. There is also some recently vacated lands to the north of the Androsan quarter. That might be appropriate.
Well, I appreciate the thought, but first we need to connect. If we connect, then that might be a possibility.
Of
But-
course.
Well,
Okay. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No. I'm finished.
So what we're going to do now is, based on the interactions you've just had, you're either going to keep your partner, change your partner. Norcan, the Crown Princess, calls Gwendolyn Firelight across to dance with you.
Let's do this.
Okay.
Yep.
So where she is around somewhere. I need to find her. I've lost her. Oh, there she is. She was dancing with one of the Arringtons. So the Crown Princess goes to dance with Quincy Arrington, who I will show to you. There we go. So the Crown Princess has gone to dance with Baron Quincy Arrington. The Knight Commander has come to dance with Lorcan. Vanessa, Jade, you're now dancing with Lord Arnu.
No, I wanted to stay with my fella. God damn it.
Lord Arnu has taken an interest in you, and he is a higher rank than Sir Joseph.
I don't care.
I want the orc.
Valgrand's had hell as it is.
Who was it? It was Chipok who was interested in merchant work, wasn't it?
I can't remember.
Okay.
No,
Chipok. Oh no, that was Douglas,
that was
wasn't it?
me. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, so Douglas, you are going to be dancing with not Queen Poeca, because that would be too much of a jump. You are going to be dancing with Princess Twista Olwyn of Caer Mirren.
What? All right.
Okay, I will just show her to you.
Cool.
There you go.
All right.
Okay.
Oh.
Chipok, what? I don't think you were moving, were you?
I got no idea. Was
I think you were quite happy with Araceli at the time.
Well, if she's happy still dancing with me, that's the case. If she seems bored, I shall move on.
I will give you a choice to move to any of the neighboring characters except Princess Twista.
Which one's that?
So you've got Princess Laurelot Olwyn of Caer Mirren, Countess Elaine Braunwood of the Argon Forest, who Douglas has already spoken to.
Right.
Sorry, Easy, could you just mute yourself again? I'm getting feedback. Sorry, buddy. You also have Shield Maiden Adelaide Wayland McCrae.
Ooh, Shield Maiden. That sounds good. Which one's that?
Or Baroness Giamara Conley McCrae. The Shield Maiden is this one here.
Shield Maiden sounds like my kind of gal.
Okay. So Shield Maiden, Wayland McCrae. The McCraes, the Wayland McCraes. Shield Maiden Adelaide's. There you go. Can you guys see her?
Mm-hmm. Oh, she's a braw lassie.
Oh yes, she knows her way. She knows how to handle a sword.
Right, that's who we're looking for.
No, and I get pulled up
Okay.
the throat thing.
Say again.
Nothing.
Let's have a look. I need to repair you with somebody. I think.
I think I've insulted mine so much that he just walks away.
Yes, essentially.
And then, yeah,
So you.
I would go to walk, just stand at the side until someone else grabs me.
The person that grabs you, as is befitting his station as one of the lower ranked members of the nobility, is Sir Isaiah Conley McRae. You have essentially downgraded yourself in the effort to work your way up the. So he does lead you back onto the dance floor, assuming you follow.
I just be like, just dragged.
Okay.
I don't know what sort of position's a shield maiden. It doesn't sound like a particular high. It sounds like a lower position, but I've got no idea. It might be a.
She
Something
is the
secret.
daughter of a baron and baroness. So she
It's not
is.
far.
It's about the equivalent. It's around about the equivalent of Sir.
Yeah, not far
Kind of
off my
a knight,
kind
a
of
knight
position. Then
Yeah.
Quick question: who am I with again?
You are with Lord Rolf Anu.
Right. Okay. Thank you.
No worries. Okay, who'd like to go first?
Choose one of us.
Well, I will be showing a lot more interest in Shield Maiden than I was in the previous person. Like actual genuine interest as opposed to having to feign interest.
Fair enough. Hang on a second. Sorry, easy. Could you just pop yourself on mute again for a minute? Cheers, buddy. Sorry, I get a lot of feedback. The dice have spoken, and Becky, it's you.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
Isaiah Conley McRae is quite a bookish-looking lad. He's quite young. He's kind of flowing court robes. He's maybe in his early 20s. Very much the academic type.
Bookish. It's very bookish.
Very
Right.
bookish. Yes. Quite shy. So it's a little uncharacteristic that he would have come to ask you to dance. But he also knows that courtly etiquette dictates that he not just sit the dance out and that you not do so either. So to avoid embarrassment, he's asked you to dance.
Okay. Cool. She's going to do pretty much the same thing as before. Kind of look a bit disinterested, but she's going to kind of realize that people change partners.
Yeah.
And then she's going to look for the king.
Okay.
Just so she can spy where he is and try and move. Would she
Okay.
catch who everybody else is with? As she's
You can definitely see that Norcan is dancing with Commander Farlight, and that Chipok is dancing with a very tough-looking lady with short cropped hair, kind of broad shoulders. Looks like she knows how to handle herself in a fight. You can see Valkyrin, but you can't see who she's dancing with. And then you can kind of see Douglas, and he appears to be dancing with a girl who appears possibly elven.
okay. Yeah. Cool. So she'll noticing that she can't just walk away. She's gonna have to partake in the dance.
Yeah.
She kind of begrudgingly grabs hold of him and kind of leads him instead of the man leading her, and starts like spinning around. She's just keeping an eye on her team. Is he going to say anything to her, or is it?
He starts out with unseasonably warm weather we're having.
And then she's
I like
just
that
gonna
guy.
snap straight to him, and she's gonna be like, "The weather, really? You could think of anything else."
Oh,
He looks a little bit taken aback. Forgive me, social occasions aren't exactly my strong point.
No, trust me, they're not mine either.
Well, there is something we have in common. Isaiah, nice to meet you.
You can call me lady for now.
Would that make me a bit of a tramp by any chance?
really?
She's just gonna look at him, just like, I don't think they allow tramps in here. You may have to leave.
Oh, it's a book I read once.
Oh, I do not do the reading. I have people for that.
Well, perhaps I can tell you something of the history of the hall.
Is it a quick history lesson, or will I be here all night?
Not long, hopefully. The hall is known as the Hall of Voices because if you and he gestures over to the kind of the curved section of the room.
Mhm.
If you whisper into the corner of the curved section, somebody sat on the opposite side of the hall can hit the wall is so perfectly curved they can hear the whisper as it travels around. So yes,
Have
this
you
is known as the Hall of Voices or Vox Hall.
have you done that yourself as a child?
I did not grow up here, but when we were
No.
visiting, we did once or twice.
Did you say anything silly to make people confused?
There was one time when a servant was passing and we pretended to be spirits of the dead. And we hoped it would frighten him, but he was used to the characteristics of the hall, I suppose.
No, what a pity.
He points to the entrance where you came in. The statue there is of one of the senators of the council. Above us is the chandelier that's been there for 250 years. It's known as the star of the hall, or the Astra, is its to give it its formal name, the Astra. He points to another statue of a mounted man on horseback, and that is the Cavalier of the Hall of Voices. And then he points to another statue of a hound chasing a hare, and that there is the Vauxhall Corsa.
I was waiting for that. If you hadn't done that, I was going to try and fit something in there.
God's sake, John.
The Vauxhall Senator, the Vauxhall Astra, and the Vauxhall Corsa.
Yep, I could see it coming. Right. She's just gonna kind of nod and be like, those names sound awful if you ask me. Just tell me, if you know the history, tell me the history of this land. Do you think they will win this war, this terrible war? Do you think that they would win it?
It's not so much about who could win as who deserves to win. I have read the histories many times over, and it is virtually impossible to discern which of the families is more deserving. But there is another possibility.
I am All ears, as they say.
Isaiah glances around very warily. I'm not sure this is a conversation that we can be had. Is there any way that you could silence the area around us?
Do I look like a magic person?
Very
She'll
well.
kind of lean in very close and kind of use her whiskers just to tickle his cheek and just kind of be like, but if you don't talk very loud, nobody will hear.
He smiles and says, from my readings, it appears the truth of the matter is that the murdered son had a child.
Bum, bum, bum.
And she's going to be like, a murdered son? Who is the murdered son?
Murdered son of the king. The whole reason for the argument between the Penningtons and the Rochesters is that the Rochesters claimed the Penningtons murdered the crown prince. The Penningtons claimed to be the senior line. Both arguments are essentially moot if the crown prince had a child and the line survives.
Now, do you know who this child is? You wouldn't claim to be this lost child, would you?
I do not. The child themselves, if they are still alive, would be over 100 years old, but that does not mean that they did not have descendants.
And who, pray tell, is this descendant? Come on. The dance will be over by the time you finish.
If it were that easy, do you think this would have gone unsolved? The issue is that once the child left the courts, went into hiding, there is no longer written record of them. That would defy the point.
Mm. Tell me, do you dream of adventure?
I prefer books. I prefer to read of adventure rather than partake myself.
What about the writing? Whispering to go somewhere else, or is this where your heart desires?
I wish only the best for the people of Valarya. I would quite happily spend my time in a great library with more tomes than I have years left to read them. I would read every day if my life permitted.
You know, I think I know a great place for you to go. In fact, I have this very good friend. His name is Jeremy. I think you two would get on like a house on fire.
I see.
Shit.
Have you ever heard of people fighting a dragon and surviving?
I had heard rumours, although I prefer the written stories. They are somewhat more reliable than mutterings in a tavern, if you'll forgive me.
You should, again, find my friend Jeremy. I am not saying I fought a dragon. I would look at me. My fur is perfectly pristine. If I fought a dragon, I would be burnt to ashes and cinders. You should leave with us. And I will show you to my friend Jeremy, and he will show you of a grand library with helpers of trolls and whatnot.
Roll persuasion.
Not very. Oh no, this is gonna go bad. Oh, that was so close to a 20. Okay.
16. And where should I find you after the ball?
I think you'll be able to find us, but if you struggle, just head out of the castle and then out of the gates and just keep heading south. You will find the trail of chaos, and that will lead you to us. Trust me, when I say you will find us, you will find us. We are not hard if you look hard enough.
As you wish, my lady. What is that I can hear?
I don't know, not me.
TV knocking.
Is there any other way I might assist you?
Well, now that you mention it, who is the best person in here to talk about changing this awful music? It's my ears are very sensitive, and I pray for something better.
Do you have any amongst your party who would be able to step in?
Oh, in fact, yes, I do. In fact, my friend here, and I'll as I turn in the dance, I'll gesture to Norkin and kind of hit him as he's flirting with his person, and then connect back with my dancer, and be like, he is very good. He's quite talented.
Okay. I think that's decided the order that we're going to do things in, because that's where we're going to pick up at the end of Norcan's session. So I'm going to go through everybody else and then come to you, Easy. And then we're going to pick up with that. Michael, you are speaking to the Shield Maiden, Adelaide.
I am.
A fellow warrior, I see.
Indeed, madam.
No need for such niceties with me.
I'll chuckle.
What's your name?
Oh, Christ, I can't remember. My name's
Christ,
Willie. Big Willie Wallace.
Big Willie.
That's what I'm known as.
I see.
To my friends.
Charmed, I'm sure. Tell me, have you fought many battles?
Aye, one or two. Christ, my throat's sealed in a voice. One or two, lassie. One or two. Yourself?
I have fought many battles against the hobgoblins. My blade has drunk the blood of many greenskins.
'Tis fun, I must say.
It is. Personally, I quite like grabbing one by the leg and using it to smash in the skull of another.
Isn't that great fun? Oh, see if you can grab a whole one and spin them round. Smack the heads together. Oh, brilliant.
She laughs heartily at the thought. The other... No, I shouldn't tell you. It's a bit too crude.
I'm intrigued now. You have to tell me.
Well, if we capture a large group alive, we like to tie them down in a row and then line up rocks on a ledge above their heads. And then we place bets on which one gets to scream the longest before the rock hits its skull.
Do you know what? You would fit in very, very well with my crowd of friends.
Is that so? And who are your crowd of friends?
I will gesture non kind of committally. They're kind of scattered about here.
Perhaps it would be a pleasure to meet them. We could always use strong fighters for our just cause against the hobgoblins and against those bastards from northern Valarya.
Oh, those bastards. Oh, what swine they are. No.
Murderous
I'll be-
swine at that.
Oh, they're the worst. You know what? They're the worst. Ah, I'll just.
Have you faced any in battle?
Do you know what? I don't know. They might
You
have
know why they
been.
wear red.
Why is that, lassie?
They wear red to hide the blood when we kill them.
That's a good gender like that.
They are cowards. If they see blood and see that it is theirs, they will run. At least if they have their cloaks, they stand a chance of standing and fighting. But even then, it's a 50-50 chance. You should join us.
I might just do that, lassie. How'd I get in touch with you after this ball?
Well, you can. Hang on. I've got to remember where the family's from now. 1 second. Da, 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 da. So, the McCrae family as a whole, of which she is quite a junior member, are the liege lords of the Duskan Moors and all the land up to Graham in the south.
Mhm.
So the Duskan Moors is the area that Lady Caris is due to go tomorrow morning.
Ah.
Mhm.
Oh, so
Okay. So there's the village of Cove, which is just to the south of the city, and that's where the family seat is.
is that where they're going tomorrow?
Well,
Or on the morrow?
I was due to travel back to the front lines, but perhaps I could stop off. If I could count on yourself to come and join us.
Well, it would be very nice to see you anyway.
As you wish. I shall see you in Cove on the morrow.
Okay, I shall swirl around in the dance floor then.
Just roll a performance check for me.
Performance? Oh,
Yep.
ching. Oh.
Very deftly you swing, and she's not a small lady. She's kind of these big, broad shoulders from many years of fighting, very well defined muscle. But she does still carry herself with a very distinct grace. And the two of you are actually quite well balanced because you are larger than a normal chap. You are about the right size to kind of be leading the dance for the two of you, if that makes sense.
Viva Lassia Fiddle.
Yep. So yes, she's not wearing a skirt, but she does have quite a heavy fur cloak across her back that swings out quite beautifully as she pirouettes across the dance floor in a very assured fashion.
Good.
We're going to go to Francisco. You are dancing with Princess Twister Olwyn of Caer Mirren.
Oh yeah. Okay. Do I know where this Cameron is?
Roll a history check for me.
Gotcha. Doo-doo-doo. History. That's a tree.
Roll at advantage because you are Valarian.
All right.
Possibly should have said that beforehand.
Come on, another tree. That's worse.
Shit. How?
You do not know where Caer Mirren is. You have no idea. In fact, you're fairly sure it's made up.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
I realise the irony of that statement, given the game we're playing.
Yeah. True.
Slightly meta there. Apologies. Uh,
Uh. Uh. Douglas kind of bows and takes her hand to dance, and he kind of just so milady, what is your name?
I am the Princess Tuista Olwyn of Cairn Mirren, and you are?
My name is Sir Goby Copper.
And the Lady Elena Braunwood tells me that you wish to branch out into merchant trade. Is that correct?
I would like to make my own company.
I see. And what is it you are hoping to trade in, sir?
I was thinking of well, I have some contacts, some dwarves, and I would like to sell some gems, some iron, those rich minerals, you see.
Well, I can tell you there is great demand for iron at the moment. The need for armor and weapons has never been greater with the war. Jewels can be traded, although it would be much further afield. My family command a great number of merchant ships. Perhaps we can come to some form of arrangement. Do you have land?
Well, I used to. All I have is some savings. They're well, they're secured. Let's just say that. But I used to have land in now conquered Valarya.
I see. And these gemstones, these assets that you wish to sell, where would you be transporting them from? Would we be able to facilitate you in transporting them across Hevrunia?
Well, I was thinking of the mountains and hills to the eastern side of the country. There's a river, big river.
The Amrock Mountains?
Fuck, I need to see where that is.
I will just pop up the main map at the moment because you should
my
know
world,
this
by the
area
way.
fairly.
It's my world.
Do you mean in Valarya?
Yes. No, I mean the world. I should know like where are mountains and where are not mountains.
Well, you know the world geography, but I know the regional geography because I'm the one who built Valarya itself.
True.
But yes. If you were talking in Valarya, there's the Khmer Mountains and there's the Amrock Mountains, and then there's the there are some volcanoes to the east of Loch Greywater. They would be quite treacherous. Then there's the Arden Range to the very north of the country.
Yeah, I'm talking about like the hills kind of mountains area to the river that makes the border between Grogham and
Garrett's Tumuli or the Duscan Moors? Or further east than that?
I think it's a bit east.
The ones just to the southeast of Pensfork. Sorry, I didn't move you guys over. 1 second. Let me put you over there.
I was having some trouble.
Down here?
Yeah, like over here. I'm trying to.
So the Duscan Moors.
Yeah.
So you're wanting to settle in the Duscan Moors, in theory.
Yes, in theory.
That's what you're selling her. Okay. Right, I'll just move the rest of the party back. Um,
That's good.
anything that might happen in the Duskin Moors would be under the purview of the McRae family. If you wish to open up a trade line, then you would need to speak to them before I could agree to anything.
What? Could you please repeat?
The McRae family.
McRae.
Yes. The head of the house is Count Brent McRae. And I'll show you Count Brent McRae as she points him out to you all.
All right. Brent McRae.
Yeah, Count Brent McRae is the head of the McRae household.
Okie dokie. Well, I'll surely talk to Miss Count McRae. Mister.
As you wish. Okay.
I'll keep dancing.
Fab. Anything else you want to say to her before we move along?
No.
Okay. Very well. I think Jade Valkyrin is talking to Lord Anu.
Yeah.
Just roll a performance check for me to see how well you dance.
Oh, she's not very good at that. She's yeah, she's a bit clunky. Come on, Valkyrin. Give me 2 seconds. Let me see if she's a champ. She wasn't a champ earlier, so I don't have high hopes. But a performance, yeah. Oh, sweetie, that's worse than the last time.
You stamp quite heavily on Lord Anu's foot.
Oh no!
You can see that he is gritting his teeth and trying his best not to react, as that would not do. Turns out, as Valkyrie is quite a tall lady, with that comes a certain element of clumsiness, I'm afraid.
It is. She's a dexterous woman.
Yep. Tell me, my dear, do you go to many balls?
No, I'm afraid not. I'm more of a go everywhere else but a ball kind of woman.
I see. Tell me, where have your travels taken you?
All over, to be honest. I mean, I originated from the south, so...
Be back in it.
No worries, Michael. Are you of the furbolgs of the Hylian forest?
I am afraid. I'm afraid.
No need to apologise. I have met them on my travels, and they seemed perfectly personable folk. Yes, I
travel
was.
yourself?
I am more well-travelled than one might imagine.
That's very impressive, my lord.
Yes, I have travelled many lands. I go by many names. I have seen many things.
May I have one to address you correctly, then? If you have many of names, of course.
Roll persuasion.
Oh, come on, Valkyrie. You can do this. Come on, sweetheart. I've got my sheet up again because it's been locked. What's going on with my roll 20? Come on, sir. Please do something. I believe in you. I believe in you! Go on!
Okay. What time are we on? Yeah, okay. Let's do this. Where's he gone?
I'm back.
Before your eyes, the Count's face changes
Uh-oh.
into, from this rather broad character, white hair, mutton chops, kind of this big, elaborate court dress, into Precept Isazuni Burford, specifically Precept Arnulfo Isazuni Burford. The Rolf Anu can be rearranged into Arnulfo.
How interesting.
Oh, fuck.
How interesting.
Fucking John!
Let's do this.
Oh my god, what now?
You weren't just dancing with the chap that you saw in the Hallowed Rest. This whole time, you've been dancing with the voice that Norcan's been hearing in his head.
Oh, bugger. Fulcrum, what have you gotten yourself into, my darling?
She doesn't know, right?
No.
She doesn't know that she's that he talks with me. So
No, but she heard you say his name.
yeah, well,
Her name's a name. Well,
I just need to check one other thing.
That's the same thing I'm checking then. Eagles.
So he's the one that entered my dream that time when I was thinking of the other person. Ugh.
Yep.
Dirty.
And Arnulfo is also Valkyrin, the voice that you were speaking to.
So aware I did that. Oh.
My dear Valkyrin. And he says your name rather than the fake name that you gave.
Yes, instantly drop.
The thing is, he was actually dancing nearby with one of the other princesses. And they almost switch places instantaneously, with the princess continuing to dance under the guise, thinking that she is still dancing with the precept. She is oblivious to the change. My dear Valkyrin. How funny that we should meet this way.
It's been a while. Hello.
It has. And I trust you know that I have already secreted myself into your little band.
She is slightly trembling at the moment, but it's like,
Notice the word secreted though. That's
I-
disgusting.
I may have heard your name appear once.
Your dear bard friend, Norcan, is mine.
I mean he's not in your party, but yes, I suppose.
Now tell me, what is the intent of your little merry band of adventurers coming into my domain?
We read a letter.
A letter that was addressed to you?
I mean, I'm here.
Roll deception against his insight check.
I mean, just clearly fucking lying, but yes, I will happily roll deception.
What's insight? There we go.
She is not a deceptive woman.
Gotta beat an 18.
Oh!
Here you go, girl.
It's an 18.
Oh, Valkyrie, I love you.
Very well. Are you enjoying your evening?
I was until my unfortunate little clumsy accident. How about yourself?
My foot is quite all right. You see that, and he glances down. The space that you stepped on, you can work out that his feet, with him being a much smaller man, you didn't actually tread on his feet at all. Lean missed him.
Well, that's quite fortunate, in my opinion.
His reaction was pure fabrication.
Oh, I'm just I'm in a lovely little corner, aren't I? Literally.
Bear with me one moment.
She's still enjoying wearing her god's holy symbol, by the way.
You are still wearing it.
Yeah.
Where is it? Okay, I would like you to roll a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, what? I was about to say it's fine, I'm a cleric, but Valkyrin is very hit on this. So, right, come on, sweetheart, I believe in you. Okay?
We believe in you.
I don't quite believe in you.
The DC for the saving throw is 23.
Okay, yeah.
So
Well,
you
I
have
mean, I
failed.
rolled a 5 there, so.
Yeah. So I'd now like you to roll a D10.
Oh no. D10. Right, okay, there we go. We got 7.
Okay. I'm going to DM you something. Okay?
Okay.
Bum, bum, bum.
Oh no.
John, I'm gonna bust this party. Be careful. You can get TPK'd. Yeah.
I want to TPK you.
I don't want to TPK you. There is still a way out of this.
Becky, do you
No,
think,
yeah,
it's pretty
sure.
cold in here? I think this place needs warmed up, if I'm being quite honest.
You better not interrupt my beautiful dancing. I'm telling you.
What? What beautiful dance? I can't see. I'm mesmerised. I'm having a quick little chat. What do you mean, Becky? Eee.
That
What
is
do you mean?
so-
I would never.
It's in roll 20, Valkyrin.
Oh, it's in roll 20.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Oh my god.
Oh, I don't like the sound of that.
And I can call that in at any time.
At any time.
Okay?
Okay.
The the corners of your mind's eye crackle grey energy and cloud. Your brain fogs, feels heavy, drowsy almost. You know that you are under the effect of some kind of spell, but you do not know the nature of it. Okay?
Okay. So
You feel unable to walk away from Precept Arnulfo for the time being.
Oh no! Right. Okay.
He has you right where he wants you. Gonna go over to Easy now. Easy, I believe you were having a nice conversation with Commander Endlin Farlight. My lord, I see we meet again.
Of course, we meet again. I arranged it. I tried to be a little bit alone, have a alone time with you. I find you rather charming, and I think it's a good idea that we know each other a little bit better.
I am quite flattered, sir. You are something of a charmer. Tell me, what brings you to our humble kingdom?
Well, you could say business. I'm in the entertainment business. And our travels brought us here. The East was a little bit mushy and confusing, so we tried to travel to the West to see how are things on this side, if people were a little bit more appreciative of the arts and music. And it seems so.
Well, I must admit I'm not one for making music with an instrument, but it has been said that I am something of an artist with my sword.
Well, I'm not very good with swords, but as people say, the opposites attract, so...
They do, and I believe they also say that talent recognizes talent.
Exactly, and I see talent in you like you never imagined.
You jest, sir.
I just not.
Tell me, do you have any plans after the ball?
Actually, not that I can think of at this point. What do you have in mind?
At this point, Karis catches your shoulder. She wants you to play some music.
Boss, don't you see I'm trying to get some?
You know, Norkin, you're doing a wonderful job. He's truly a wonderful artist. Maybe the lady would like to hear you sing and play.
I would. Oh, I absolutely would. Do play us a
Yeah.
song, Orkan.
Absolutely nothing. And I'm at this point, I'm going to kind of like grab Norkin, dig my claws in slightly, and pull him towards me in an embrace, and kind of whisper in his ear that there's apparently a missing child that could solve all of this, and she thinks it's Douglas. But there is
Ugly
new evidence. You need to stop this. I think Douglas, I think he is a missing prince. Look at him. And I like gesture to him, talking to the princess, and I'm like, doesn't he just... He just falls in line perfectly over there, as if...
He's a missing prince.
apparently it would stop the war. And then I'll like look over at the commander and be like, he's just tuning his instrument. 2 seconds.
He's whose son? Who's the father? Who's the mother?
The murdered guy. The one who started this war 100 years ago.
He's the son of the guy who died. Oh,
Yes.
what do I do? Shall I sing a song about it? Do I make
Maybe.
up?
And then I kind of like stop and then go, Norken, how old are you?
I'm 200 and can't even remember. At this
Okay,
point,
shit.
I'm
I thought it was
200.
you. It's
No,
definitely Douglas.
no, I'm 127. I'm younger than I thought.
It could be.
Me.
I don't know. And then she just like then looks back over at the person that she's dancing with. She's like, do something.
I'm gonna start singing a song about Douglas, and
Yeah, use my name. That's how you get the PK.
no, about Douglas, not you, Douglas. Douglas, what's your name? It's Douglas
Smoke.
what? Douglas Smoke, yeah. I'm gonna sing a song about Douglas Smoke, the child of the guy who died, and he's the rightful heir of the whole mumbo jumbo. And I'm not gonna sing, just make me roll something.
Is that seriously what you're going to sing?
Yeah.
Oh Jesus!
Mm-hmm.
I said I didn't want to TPK you guys. You're committing high treason.
No, I'm singing a song about someone who's the rightful heir of the holy
Roll
thing.
Kingdom. Oh, a kingdom.
Roll performance.
I'm doing it. Let's do this. Performance. Come on.
Right, I'm
21.
I'm pretending I'm not
Fair
with
number.
these guys.
You stride across to where the band is. Are you playing your lute or your flute or something else?
Loot. The
The
loot.
lute. You strike up your lute. The music joins in with the music the orchestra is playing quite masterfully, and then as you play, it guides the musicians to change into the key that you wish to play in a way that is subtle yet compelling. And then just as the music reaches a crescendo, your voice pierces through the harmony in this beautiful melody, cutting across the top of the on the swelling ensemble like a ship riding a wave. People stop dancing, turn to look in your direction, find themselves almost lost, beguiled in your words. A few of the members of the Rochester royal family, though, the looks on their faces aren't as happy as the rest of the crowd. They are listening to the words that you are saying. They are hearing something that sounds positively treasonous in their midst.
I
You
noticed
see, roll perception.
Fine. We're fine. We're fine.
Goodbye, Douglas. Goodbye, Chip.
that. Not 20.
You glance across the hall and see Crown Prince Consort Mark Paul Rochester has partially unsheathed the sword at his side. The Rochester royal family were allowed to carry weapons into the hall. Princess Dairisu is at his side and holds him back. He looks incandescent with rage at the insult that has been leveled at his in-laws family.
With this perception and seeing that am I allowed to change the lyrics as I keep going?
Roll a second performance check to see how well you.
Dali.
33.
Ooh.
As you do so, you flick the song back
The purpose
by
is to
changing.
Sorry.
So it's almost that you change the words to where you're going from. There was this mystery heir to the throne, these being lies concocted by the Penningtons to confuse the Rochester claim and undermine it further. And you imply that this Pennington treachery cannot go unpunished, and therefore all glory and power to the Rochester cause.
And saved!
I have a question. Everybody could hear
Yes.
what he was singing.
Yes.
Okay. Did he say a name?
You mean the heir to the throne?
Yes.
No, because no name is known to him.
So fucked. Okay.
Oh, actually, no. Did you say that it was Douglas Norcan? Because you
Yeah,
did originally, didn't you?
Douglas Smoke. I asked for the name.
Oh, sorry. He did say Douglas Smoke. Yes.
I guess. What's your can I just say something? My character is gonna focus on Norcan for the rest of the dance, just gazing at him, almost the same way as the Marco, I think it was the prince, right? But not like he's just looking at him a bit upset. It's like a piercing gaze.
Mhm.
That's it.
Okay. Does anybody else have any reactions to Norcan's song?
I'll just pat the lady on the back and be like, look, I told you he was a perfect and wonderful to perform. Wasn't that a wonderful song to thrill and enchant the lady? And she's just going to start clapping. Not massively like to overshadow the hall, but just like in her local vicinity.
Very well. Chipok, roll perception.
I shall do. Perception. Oh. What the fuck? What? Well, that was pish. That was shite. Right, I don't see anything, I guess.
Okay. You are the closest. Is that going to be high enough? Yes, I think that probably is high enough. You look across to Valkyrin, who has been watching Norcan's entire performance from a kneeling position.
Mm-hmm.
She is kneeling
Okay.
in front of Precept Arnulfo, facing away from him, and you notice his hand is wrapped around her throat.
Oh, God.
Ooh. Okay.
I should have
Fuck's sake,
sang this to.
Jonathan.
I should have sang this to die. It was quicker. Thank you, John.
Is everybody still dancing about though, or is everybody?
This is during Norcan's performance. So the moment everybody is looking and listening. Taking a closer look at Valkyrin, her hands are rested softly in her lap, and an almost tranquil look has passed over her face, as though everything is normal. This is perfectly fine. She's
Okay.
even almost happy with this.
I smell shenanigans afoot. She's on her knees.
Yep.
That makes it difficult to kind of come up and say, "May I take this dance?" if they're on their knees.
You can try.
Yeah, I will. I will try that. I will try that. I will try. May I take this dance? And Ben to take her hand. See if I
As
have
you
any
step
effect.
towards Arnulfo, roll a wisdom save.
Oh, wisdom save.
Yep.
Come on, barbarian.
Yeah, no, that's pish.
You're mine, bitch. Roll a d10.
Oh no!
Roll a d10, do you say?
Roll a d10.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Right, hang on, bear with me. Da, 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 da. That one, that one. Okay. You find yourself frozen in place, unable to move any further.
Well,
Unable
that
to
is
take
just shite.
any actions. As
fuck.
Norcan's song comes to an end, the doors at the head of the hall fly open.
Uh-oh.
In walks, at the head of a very large train of guards, a young man clad in plate armor, blonde hair, about 16 years old. It's Robert Rothchester.
I thought he was dead.
Yeah, you wish.
Well, fuck.
Thank you for not
Norcan,
killing him.
Yep.
in your head, you hear Arnulfo's voice. My dear boy, you said our enemies. Robert Rothchester is no enemy of mine.
You want to go? Do you want to go with semantics? Because he's my enemy, even if it's not yours. So how do we do this?
If it's our enemy, it must be the enemy of both of us. He is
So if
your
you-
enemy. He is your enemy, but he is not our enemy.
So kill half of him.
The brain part.
Oh, which
Man's
was
gets
the
wheeled
name
in.
of the other?
I like it, Fudge.
Are you on about Aliel?
Yes.
Yeah, the one that I call Stranging.
Abigail.
Oh, Abigail, yeah.
There you go. Thank you.
Because if I figure out what's going on, I will call her out. But obviously, I have no idea what's going on right now.
Exactly.
Can I? He's just in my head, so I don't know if but he's in the vicinity for sure. I can assume that because the blondie kid just got in. If he saw that,
Seems like a
blah, blah,
reasonable assumption.
blah. I'm gonna scream to Becky. Move out.
I'm just
Well,
gonna look at him and be like,
you don't need to scream to her because she's right by her, I think.
Oh, I
Yeah,
didn't.
but
Oh, no, wait, you-
but I
no,
went
you've got
to next to the band.
You did,
so.
sorry, yeah. You did, that's right, that's true.
I'm just gonna look and be like, what?
Bolt!
And I'm just gonna look to Douglas and be like, I think we need. And then I grabbed the person who was my friend. I was like, you know, I really need some air. Would you kindly take me outside? And quickly. I think I'm going to faint.
And I'll start walking towards the door.
Are you taking Commander Farlight with you?
I'm blah 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 playing alone. So
Oh, true. Yeah. Okay. So Becky is taking Isaiah. Douglas, what are you doing right now?
So Becky called me, right?
No, she
I'm like,
shouted
well,
to
no, I shouted
Northcan.
Douglas. Oh shit! I said Douglas's name. But yeah, I looked at Norkin and went, "What are you on about?" Realized he said move, and it was like, "All right, okay." Tried to make eye contact with Francesca's character. Was like, "I think he wants us to go," and then hooked arms with my guy and was like, "Let's go."
Francisco, roll perception first of all to see if you saw the glance from Becky.
Yes, sir. Percepción.
And then I'm going to get you to roll insight to see if you understood it.
So
You
that-
saw it. Let's see if you understood it.
Okay. Insight.
Insight.
Come on. 16.
Yes, you've cottoned on to the fact that, okay, all three of you roll perception. Norcan, Karis, and Douglas.
Percepción.
Hey, 30.
Oh,
Okay.
nice.
yeah.
Douglas and Karis, you both notice that Valkyrin and Chipok aren't moving. Karis, with that roll, you can see that they are both under some kind of spell influence, and you can tell who it's coming from.
Okay. Fuck. I'll kind of stop and hold my new friend's arms, and be like gesture towards Valkyrie and Chipok and be like, "Friends, we need to go," and eye up the strange guy. Just watching him, because obviously I don't know who he is. And then, is he still in the guise of the guy from the tavern?
No, he's in his kind of courtier dress, dark hair, kind of like black goatee, kind of like a very deep blue doublet with silver studs on it.
But it's not. It doesn't look the same. Facial features is no longer the same.
Correct.
So I'll just realize that he's doing something fishy, and just kind of gesture them to come with me.
Okay.
John, just a question. Where am I in the map exactly?
So the band would be kind of to the bottom end. You need to get yourself probably to one of the side doors on either side. Endelin would have been stood with Karis, and then Chipok had stepped towards Arnulfo. Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna move. Okay, as I'm walking through here, in direction
Yeah.
to this side, towards I don't know this exit probably.
Yep.
When I get around this point here,
Yeah.
I'm gonna cast a suggestion on Commander Gwendolyn or
Commander Endelin Farlight.
yeah.
Yep. Just post the spell. Okay. Wisdom save. Okay, bear with me. He is that one, that one. Okay. Wisdom save. Okay, she's got that to it. All right. What's your spell DC?
18.
She rolled a 19. She passes with a 20. I wish I was making that up because I really wanted her to go with you. Yeah, she passed. Didn't work.
Okay. I'm gonna keep moving towards the door.
Okay. Francisco, what are you doing?
I'm following Chris. And I'll
Chris, are you walking towards Arnulfo or away from him?
I'm just stood still, summoning Chipok and Valkyrin to me.
They both of you roll a wisdom save.
But I.
Say again. Chipok and Valkyrin roll a wisdom save.
Oh, right, okay.
Oh.
Not you. Not you.
Yeah, well, never mind.
Right,
Ignore
come on,
me.
sweetheart. I need you to snap out of it. Come on. Oh, Valkyrin.
You can have
Nope.
mine.
They are both in a daze of confusion.
Ooh.
Fuck. And has Chipok already... Not Chipok. Has Norkan already left, or is he still with us?
Norcan is on his way towards the door, but he hasn't reached you yet.
So I'm gonna go to this door here. When I get to the door, I'm gonna cast Suggestion again on Commander.
Okay.
Let me just know when I get there.
What would I do? What would I do?
Douglas, what are you doing before I let everybody else have another round?
I'll say sorry, sorry, milady. I have to accompany my friends over there, and I'll leave the princess.
Of course, my lord. I understand.
And to Chris.
Okay. She moved probably about half the distance over towards Karis. Norcan, let's move you up another 4 squares towards the door. Have another crack at... I say I'm moving you kind of 4 squares at a time because you're moving at a courtly ball speed as opposed to running around the joint.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
you're
yeah.
not trying to draw too much attention to yourselves, I'm assuming. Yes, if you want to try casting Suggestion again, you can do.
Do it.
She fails this time. What do you say to her? You're limited to a sentence or two, and it can't be anything that would hurt her.
Yeah. Join us and help us leave.
Of course, my lord. And she steps up towards the door and pushes the door open. Karis?
I'm just gonna stand still where I am and say, like, Vanessa, darling, we need to leave. And, like, hold my hand out towards her, see if she... And I'm gonna cast... Well, do I have to touch? Hang on. Where is it? Ah, fuck! I have to touch them.
Roll Arcana.
I'm not very intelligent.
Okay. You think you know the spell that he's casting, and you know that if you stand the other side of Chipok from Precept Arnulfo, you could touch Chipok without entering the spell's area of effect. So if you stand here, you would be outside of the area of effect that he's using, and you could touch Chipok safely.
Okay. Well, I'll grab my friend, my new best friend, and
Isaiah.
slowly walk over and be like, so, you don't know any spells at all? As I just making conversation as I walk towards Chipok.
I know of the spells, but not how to cast them, my lady.
Oh, you know, I really don't feel very well. And I'm just that's when I will like stumble into Chipok and then I will touch him and cast guidance. And whisper whatever word it is. But I'll work it into me saying that I don't feel very well as I touch Chipok and be like, William, we have to go, and then like slightly dig my claws in as well, not to cause damage, but to make him listen to me.
I'm gonna give him advantage because this is like you helping him.
Okay.
Chipok, roll a wisdom save at advantage. Valkyrin, roll a normal wisdom save. Chipok, you'll be able to add a d4 onto your highest score.
How's the 26?
And a D4.
Yeah.
Valkyrin breaks the spell. Chipok does not.
Fuck.
Valkyrin, you are able to stand up and walk away from Arnulfo.
She's gonna grab her holy symbol as she does that,
Okay?
just to assert dominance of she's with Saloon.
Yeah. Everybody roll perception apart from Chipok.
Gotcha.
Sure.
Hey.
Yeah. You are all aware of this because this was not a high DC. At the other end of the hall, you start to hear swords being drawn, shields being gathered. The escort that came in with the prince and the other armed guards that are around and the royal family are gearing up for a fight. You have seconds to get out.
People, let's bolt.
I have an idea. I need to read on my thing.
I'm
Obviously, it's my turn.
Okay,
I'm running at this point, so
do we know where our weapons are?
They're at the front door.
And the front door is where the guards are coming from.
No, the guards are coming from the main entrance to the chamber up here. Norcan is heading for this door here. You guys came in by Precept Oliver Lanwin over here.
Okie dokie. Let me see.
But however, when you leave the hall, you'd go out. If you go out the main gate, you would go out via the guardhouse, which is where your weapons would be stored.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't-
So if you leave by the other side door that Norcan was going to, you could, in theory, still get your weapons.
John, I don't know if you remember, but when the lady gave us the papers, yeah?
Yep.
Chris got a weapon, which was like a dagger of crystal or
Yep.
something. And I asked for another one.
You
right?
asked for a dagger as well, yep.
Okay.
Yep, I remember.
I just wanted to make sure I had a dagger.
You
okay.
do.
I left my bow with the woman, right?
Yes, but your dagger was placed somewhere to hide it.
Yeah. Okay. Right.
Oh god, I'm gonna regret this.
Remember how I said play it smart?
Mm-hmm.
There's no fact.
I have an idea, but I don't know if it's going to draw more aggression.
It's all that we need. An army is coming to get us and more aggression.
Right, okay,
let-
I can get
okay,
Chip up.
Let me give you a piece of flavor that might help you decide what to do. Because Douglas rolled a critical. Douglas, you overhear Robert Rothchester describing each of you to the leader of the guards in detail and pointing you out in the crowd.
And
They
Chip
know
Hawk-
who you are. They are coming for you.
Right.
I'll go to Caris.
Mm-hmm.
I'll run up to her, grab her. They're coming for you. Run. And Chipok is still under the effect, right?
Mm-hmm.
It is.
Yeah. And Arnolfo is still there.
Arnolfo's still there.
I got a question. In this spell, Eternal, this one, I'm just gonna show you. That's just to show you. It says at higher levels you can cast the spell using a spell slot or 8th level or higher, right? And I
Onto
can.
3 willing creatures. Yeah.
Yeah, it has to be 3 willing creatures.
Yeah.
Alright, I'll do the following. I'll tell them to run, and
Mhm.
when they're like a bit far from me,
Uh-huh.
I will do. Who do I go for? Is the kid still there?
Robert Rothchester.
Yes.
He's at the opposite end of the hall.
No, I need to free Chip up. Can't let him be here.
Mm-hmm.
I can, when it gets to my action, I think I'm able to help Chip Hook.
All right then. I'll hold mine. I'll let you do your thing.
Okay, I'm going to simplify this. You've got 1 action each. Then you have to leave the hall. If you don't, the guards are coming.
You fight them. Yeah. Okay.
You have... Well, I don't know how much of a fight it's going to be.
No.
You're massively
die.
outnumbered.
It's
Yeah.
fine.
Okay? You have 1 action each. What do you do?
Uh-huh.
Present my holy symbol and pop my domain.
Are you moving towards the door?
I am waiting within the sphere of influence between me and Chipok. I'm keeping the sphere of influence on him.
How big is your domain's sphere of influence?
Give me 2 seconds. 30-foot radius of dim light.
30-foot radius. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can get to there, which will move you out of the door next turn, which is
Okay.
fine. You can do that. Karis? Becky, what's Karis doing?
Oh, I'm gonna regret this. I really, really am. I'm going to look at the guy who's got Chipok under the spell, wink at him, try and cast banishment, and then get on all fours and run out the door.
Post the spell.
Oh, yeah.
And your spell DC is an 18 charisma spell.
Yep.
Okay.
If it works or not, I'm still going. If it works, great. If not, I'm still booking it.
Sorry, just checking what he has. Okay. To make this more interesting, I'm going to blind roll this. Okay.
Do we really need more interest?
Okay. Arnulfo disappears.
Hey, yes. Okay. And then I'll just kind of look at Chipok, and then I'm gone.
Book it.
And I think I move, because I'm on all fours, I think I move 60 feet. Let's have a look. Yeah. So I'll pop that.
Which gets you out the door. Yep.
Right, am I free now?
Yes, you are.
1 second. 1 second.
Norcan,
Norcan, are you out the door?
I'm out the door.
Okay, so Norcan's out the door. Karis is out the door. Douglas?
I'm still standing. I'm staying in the middle right there.
Are you sure?
Yes,
Why?
because you still have to run to the door, Chipok.
Yeah, just book it. Go.
Nah.
That's not how
can-
he rolls.
I can take
I
them all
roll.
on myself.
Nah.
Chipok,
Come on. Yes.
you are still unable to move.
Fuck.
Well, I tried.
Is he... Question. Okay.
Douglas, as you're still there, roll Arcana.
Okay.
And Karis, you can roll Arcana as well, as it was your spell.
18.
Hey.
Hey.
Yeah. You both realise that it wasn't the banishment that worked. Arnulfo went invisible.
Shite.
He's there, he's invisible. Chipok is still under the spell.
I've got a
Oh, fuck.
question. Does Chipok count as a willing creature?
No,
No. Okay.
because he doesn't get that choice at the minute.
Alright. Well,
Why you say so?
it's time... I hope it's a concentration spell. Oh boy. I'm gonna plop down the cordon of arrows next to Chipok. So that's this. And you plant a piece of blah blah until the spell ends. Whenever a creature other than you comes within 30 feet of the ammunition, one piece of ammunition flies up to strike it. I'm blind shooting.
Just a mechanics thing. That
Yeah.
will hit anybody else in the crowd.
I do
You
not
know-
give a fuck.
And also, if you're planting it around Chipok, you would have to enter the space that Arnulfo is affecting.
Do I?
To plant them around
Five,
Chipok,
yeah.
yes.
Yeah, 5 feet range.
Yeah. And it's, yeah.
Wanna leave him here?
Just leave me. I'm fine.
Oh no! Wait, actually, wait.
Trust me. Right? I'm banking on this working actually, but you know.
Jesus.
It's not guaranteed to work, but it's the reason why I popped my domain in the
Okay.
first place.
I'm gonna scrap that idea. I'm gonna do Guardian of Nature. And I'm gonna do Guardian of Nature, and I'm gonna transform into Primal Beast.
Okay.
So, yeah. So my weapon, my dagger gets an extra 1d6 force damage, and I have plus 10 walking speed.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna start shouting, I'm Douglas Smoke, you pieces of shit! Come get me!
He's gonna die.
And I'm gonna grab, who's next to me? Is anyone important next to me?
Princess Lorelot Olwyn.
This one?
Yep.
Alright,
She's
Grab her.
mine.
I'll grab her.
You're taking a hostage.
Yes. Yes,
Oh,
I am.
fuck.
And I'm gonna
Well, that
put
escalated.
my dagger on her neck, and I say, one slight move, and she's dead.
Roll intimidation.
I've been waiting for this moment my whole life.
What's it to -1?
Come on, man! 19!
You make them pause. Valkyrin, what are you doing?
I'm waiting for Chip Up to end his turn. That's what I've been waiting on.
So, at the end of your turn, Chipok's turn ends.
Oh, really?
Well, sorry, Chipok's turn would have ended because he tried to roll his wisdom save, didn't he?
Oh, has it already went?
Let's do this then. Chipok, roll a wisdom save
Yes.
because you do get a chance each round.
It doesn't matter.
That's an advantage.
I would like to use my Twilight Sanctuary ability at the end of a creature's turn. I can end one effect on it, causing it to be charmed or frightened. I would like to charm the Raging Bull, please.
Let me just check one thing.
I mean, I've been
See
banking
if
on this. If not, I'm sorry, Chipok.
Yeah, just need to check if it's definitely going to work under the circumstances.
With the power of my god, I believe.
Come on! Ay, ay, ay. We gotta save the bowl.
Come on, big boy.
Oh, I'm so dumb. Oh well.
Okay. Can you just post up your domain in chat just so I can see if this will work?
Yeah, give me a second. There you go. It's near the bottom.
Okay.
I'm literally shaking.
Come on, you big beautiful cow. Valkyrie will give you a kissy.
Hey.
So, charmed as a condition is a self-contained condition. In other words, to be charmed, a spell must mention being charmed. The spell confusion, which is what is being used here, does not mention a charm effect.
It doesn't specify if they have to be charmed, it's just an effect. That's why I brought it up. I charm or frighten the
So
creature.
the last sentence is you end one effect on it, causing it to be charmed or frightened.
Yes, I end one effect on the creature, and then they're charmed or frightened by myself.
No, you end one effect on it that is causing it to be charmed or frightened.
Just with it not. Yeah, my apologies. I misread. My apologies.
No worries. I can see where the confusion's come from, but yeah, it's you end charm effect or the frightened effect. Yeah, it doesn't quite
Oh.
work that way, I'm afraid.
The way it was worded. I'm
So-
so sorry. I thought the way it was worded.
No, you're absolutely fine. It was worth a try.
In fact, we could see where the confusion person was, but now he's gone invisible.
I mean, it did have
Very good.
hands on me as well.
So, are you leaving the hall?
Go.
Do these guys have ranged weapons or not?
They have knocked bows. You're not, Francisco. You're not allowed to go anywhere. You're the only one still left in the hall if Valkyrin leaves.
Fuck. Right, okay, where's these guards? We're fucking firestorming them. We're making this place warm.
They are at this end. There's a lot of casters. So roll Arcana for me.
Oh, they're just gonna count a spell, aren't
Yeah, there's a lot of high-level casters in this hall
they?
who do not want to be warm and cozy.
Are you sure?
Why not? Why don't they want to be warm and cozy? It's cold in here. Oh, I don't think I can do much. I don't know. I don't want to leave Chipog though. Do I leave or do I stay?
Do I stay or do I go now?
I was just about to do
Come
that.
on.
A good
You
kid.
Conflicting emotions.
He's
I
gonna
wanna
die. You can't say
The
that.
Clash, I believe.
I don't want to
I
leave.
believe the phrase you're looking for, Mikkel, is "Fly, you fools."
Oh,
Yes.
I don't want to leave either. I don't want to like go with either.
You full of a took.
Francisco, if your character is happy to leave the room, that's fine.
Go.
No, I mean he's staying there. He's grabbing the princess still, and they didn't
Yeah.
move, did they?
But okay, Francisco, I'll put it to you this way. At this point, your choice is: do you get captured with Chipok or not?
Go.
Would I get captured? Let's be honest.
Yes, and you would
You are,
die because
you are
you are,
heavily outnumbered.
and you have just identified who you are. If I were you, I would run.
No, because I can disappear out of thin air, right?
Yes, you can.
John,
Yep.
let's say we get captured, right?
Mm-hmm.
Me and Chipok, if I would take half of my health, would I be able to cast the spell at higher level and take him to the eternal plane?
He has to be willing.
Yes, if
He's
he
still,
is willing.
he's still under the effect of
effect.
confusion at the moment.
But if he gets captured, he might not be, because he has to go to a cell.
You're assuming the cells are going to be close together.
Yes. And if they're not,
I would suggest that it's looking like it would be easier to try and rescue me after
Yeah,
than it would be for you all to get out alive if you don't run now.
yeah. Valkyrin's gonna look back and just scream. You're all a bunch of cowards. You live under the life of one silly man who threatens families and does fuck all. As she salutes her holy symbol of Saloon and just like, by Saloon, I will get him fucking back. As she fucking
Books it.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll look
She is firm on Saloon. Sorry.
Just a sec. I'll look at Chipok for a minute. I didn't know him well, but a bit biased. I'll put the knife a bit closer to the girl's neck, and
Lisa, please don't hurt me. Please, I beg you. Just run.
I'll say, shh, not gonna. Not if they move. Is it seriously come to this point where we overlook? Give us speech. Overlook. Buying them time. overlook the hobgoblins that have taken our home instead. And we kill each other. This war has been plagued by war. You posh fucks, do nothing for this country. You let people die, people like me. And you know what? You want blood, you have it. I will slit her throat and I will use the thingy
The thingy.
to disappear.
Yeah. Narcan will scream, don't forget, cow medium rare.
Francisco, what's Douglas's AC?
Right now,
Uh-huh.
his AC is 15.
15. 4.
Shit, you're gonna die, man.
It is what it is. I've accepted that a long time ago. Hey, you
We're
gotta play
trying
dumb
to-
sometimes.
We're trying to not
As-
die here.
As her body falls to the floor, heavily bleeding out, blood gushing across the flagstones,
Mm-hmm.
a volley of 10 arrows, razor sharp, heavy gauge arrows, flies towards you. 4 of them striking you in the shoulders, the legs, and the chest. You take a total of 22 points of piercing damage before you go invisible.
I don't go
the
invisible
ethereal
with
plane.
another plane.
The ethereal plane, sorry.
Yeah. So 20 points. Gotcha.
22 points.
22 points. Yeah.
Yeah. You watch from the ethereal plane as Chipok is led away in manacles. And at that point, ladies and gentlemen, it's 11:30. We're going to end the stream.
Yes.
I will save you, Chipok. I will be
And that is the end of the season as well, because we are going over to Francisco's campaign with Chipok captured.
How could you do this to?
That's a
to us?
cliffhanger. That's a cliffhanger.
Just because of that, man.
Okay.
The campaign is gonna be extra hard for you guys now.
Except for me.
Continue on.
Except for me.
Yeah, except for that.
Entirely justified. Yeah. Need to work out who we're going to go raid now. Hang on a second. I'll just.
Thank you, John.
Yeah, thank
You
you, John.
are-
Thank you so much.
Most welcome.
Every time.
Thanks, man.
Not Dungeons and Dragons Online. Hang on. 5th.
Yeah.
Did you enjoy that?
Yeah, I got to kill an
think
owl.
Yeah.
Caris is
Uh,
100% convinced that Douglas is the Lost Prince.
Bruh. I was a
Fair
poor
enough. I
child.
think we're gonna raid
I wanna
Nat
invest in my
19
backstory.
official.
How am I lost?
I think that Chipok is the lost prince, actually.
It's Chipok.
Of course he is. He's Chipok.
Well, I was talking to it with Valkyrie in DMs, and then she was like, "I think it's Norcan," and I was like, "Shit, you could be right."
But like what?
That's why I had to go. How old are you?
Hang on a
Chap.
second.
Just 120. 127. I'm a young kid.
Well,
For an elf.
There we go. Mod view.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. Oh, sorry. Bear with me. Raid. No, that's the wrong one. It's that one.
It's been a while.
It has been a while.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Raid created. Thank you for watching at home. As I say, we're going to be back with Francisco's campaign. Hopefully next week, but you know it's been almost 6 months since we were last on. Hopefully you enjoyed that. Sorry to leave it on a cliffhanger. No, I'm not. I'm not sorry at all. Had to be done.
Yeah, you're sorry. You'll be.
We will be back with these guys. I've got a lot of writing to do for the next season. Will Karis be able to get out of her death contract? Will Norcan find true love? Will Valkyrin rescue her family? Will Douglas finally meet War? And will Chipok get himself out? Will Chipok get himself out of the pickle that he now finds himself in? Thanks for watching along. I've had a great time. I hope you have too. And it's time to raid. Cheers, guys. All the best. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.